Black Friday frenzy, an estimated 116 million shoppers hitting the stores. Bedlam in the aisles of some of the nation's biggest retailers, shoppers fighting over garments at this Victoria's Secret in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Deep discounts triggering a free-for-all. Bargain hunters at this Georgia Walmart wrestling over pots and pans. The commotion veering out of control at an Alabama mall. Shoppers scrambling for safety as gunfire rings out. ABC's Gio Benitez starting us off.
One day a year. That's right, one day a year, we all choose to be our best. One day a year, we live thankfully, and we unlock our best. We live thankfully, and we reflect on all the things in life that we're thankful for. We not only reflect on what we're thankful for, we share that spirit with everyone in our life. We prepare, we travel, or we host, providing hospitality to travelers. We dress our best. Most importantly, we act out our best. We tell the people in our lives how thankful we are that they're in our lives. We call, we text, we email others. It is a day that brings out the best in all of us. And then Friday comes. Friday comes and the busyness of our lives, the worries of our lives, what's not right in our lives, it all returns. And we reflect that energy to everyone in our lives until Thanksgiving Day next year. It's all really natural. But what if we all lived every day intentionally, like every day was Thanksgiving Day? If we made that choice, the world would be a better place and our lives would be better as well, which is the sole purpose of our personal and professional best program. We want to inspire you, we want to encourage you, and we want to educate you to live your life with intention. Intention that leads to your best. Today, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we wanted to remind you that the road to best begins with a mindset of Thanksgiving. In 2017, Harvard Medical School did a study on the benefits of living thankfully. You know what they found? They found that people who are thankful are happier, have better relationships, they have better health, they sleep better, they're less likely to be depressed, they have improved patience, and it also helps with overeating. Imagine receiving all these blessings for free. There's no pills to take. All you have to do is choose a mindset that starts the day and finishes the day with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, not for a day, but a way of living, a life of Thanksgiving. Today, we're going to send messages of thanks to a number of people in my life and in our lives here at Supreme. While we're doing so, you make your list and don't wait until Thanksgiving to express your gratitude to the people on your list. Choose today to exchange Thanksgiving Day for a new way of living. Choose today to live Thanksgiving Day every day. And it all starts by picking up your phone and letting those people in your life know how thankful you are that they're in your life. Let's go to work. Welcome on behalf of me personally, Pat Flood, and my close family and friends. These are voices of influence in my life. In the spirit of today's program, I wanted to go ahead and make a few phone calls to those people that have impacted me, and as a result, they impact you. So here we go. Let's dial up some people that have been voice of influence in my life.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, Pops, aka The Source. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
I just called you because you have been one of two voices that have made me who I am. You taught me the greatest relationship lesson ever in life, to forgive. You taught me to serve others before yourself, and you showcased it in our family, in everything you've ever done.
Oh, that's so nice of you, man. Thanks.
And finally, you always challenged me and all of us and everyone that you ever worked with, everybody you've ever come in contact with, you always challenge them in the most loving way to be better in life. So I just called to tell you thank you, because you deposited in me. I've deposited in so many other people and continue to do so.
Yes, you have. And that makes me so very proud that you have done just that, because you didn't have to. You didn't have to, but you do.
But you didn't either, and you were a powerful influence. And listen, I got to go, but one thing I want to tell you, okay?
Yeah.
I have a opening here for you on my table. I'm going to get you your very own bobblehead coming up here soon. I'm out. I'm out. I love you, Pops.
Okay.
See ya.
Love you, man. Have a great day.
Wonder how that made him feel. Let's call that other major voice of influence in my life, baby girl. Let's see what she's up to this morning.
Hello?
Baby girl, how you doing?
Good.
Hey,
How are you?
listen, I don't know what's up with you, but I only got a very short period of time here. I just called because you're one of the two people in my life that have been the most influential people in my life. Two people on the planet have affected me more than anyone else. And you are one of those people. You've shown me sacrifice. You've done so much when it was just me and you. And then when you turned into mom, and in everything that you have always done and continue to do to make our family special. My last 35 years of marriage with you have been amazing, and you've been my best friend my whole life. And you also have encouraged me, been my biggest cheerleader to be my best my entire life. So I simply wanted to call you this morning and tell you thank you.
Thank you, baby.
And I love you, girl. You're
I
the
love you, too.
best. And by the way, I got your bobblehead right here. I love you, girl. I'm out.
Love you, baby.
See ya.
Bye.
He's the co-founder, legendary co-founder of the Ritz Carlton Hotel. He's also arguably the greatest voice on service in our generation. Welcome to Personal Professional Best, Horst Schulze.
Happy to be here.
Yes, we're happy to have you. Horst, talk to me about your voices of influence. Who are those people that have made Horst Schulze who he is?
Somebody who really shook my life was my first boss, if you will. The maitre d' of the hotel spoke to us. There were two other young kids who started at the same time. And it told us, from now on, you're here to work, but I don't want you to work. I want you to come here and create excellence in what you're doing. Now that went over my head at the time, but believe me, he repeated it all the time, and he lived excellence. For example, he would have never walked into the restaurant without looking perfect, absolutely perfect. Anything he's teaching with us, he's taking us on, the way he handled guests, the way he said good morning, the way he looked at you, everything was excellent. And of course, it was a great example. In fact, it really formed me. Now, it took me, at the beginning, I went over my head. What is excellent
14
about
years
washing
old, right?
dishes?
What does that mean,
Washing
right?
dishes is but slowly I got it. In fact, I wrote an essay. Once a week, went to hotel school. They asked us to write an essay. I wrote about him. And I wrote about him, and I named the essay, "We Are Ladies and Gentlemen, Serving Ladies and Gentlemen." Because I've told we are not important. Only the guests are important.
Because you're just a servant.
Just a servant.
Right.
But he defined himself as a man of excellence. And I saw that. He defined himself every day as somebody excellent, as a gentleman. And I wrote in that essay, if we're truly excellent in what we're doing, no matter what it is in life, we define ourselves as a lady or as a gentleman. Absolutely.
Did you get a chance to thank him?
Yes, not the way I would love to today. He passed away before I was truly successful. I had successes right after. When I left there, I worked there.
And then you were able to
years.
reflect back on his voice and how it affected you.
I heard him many times.
You know, even though you didn't get to thank him personally, you have thanked him because that message, you gave him credit, but that message has now spread throughout not only the hoteling business, of course, the hospitality business, but as I told you a little bit earlier, and we'll get to that in a few minutes, how it's profoundly impacted my life professionally and all the lives of the people that are here as a result of what you've done. So the Maitre D deposited with you, and you deposited with me, and a lot has changed since. And I'm not the only one who's received your deposit. So in your book, Excellence Wins, which if you've not read this book, it is not only a great business book, this is a great book about life and about how to treat other people in relationships, and it will change all of the relationships you currently have personally and professionally, which we all know will lead to a better life. But you talk about, if you're in the business of service, there's three things, no matter what the business is, that customers always want.
It's very simple. If you buy anything at all, if you buy a car or a radio, or I always like to use a bottle of water as an example. If you buy a bottle of water, what do you want? You want the product to be defect-free. Buy a television, same. Every time.
It's got to work.
That's what you expect. It got to work. Number two, in other words, you want product excellence. Number two, you want timeliness. And this is so important today. Everybody wants an answer now. And you want a follow-up now. Timeliness has become very important. So I have to be sure I manage my timeliness.
You need to move. They need to close. It has to happen on that day, right?
That's it.
Yes.
And number three, what you expect, that's a subconscious expectation everybody has. You want the people who give you that bottle of water to be nice to you.
Imagine that.
Wow.
That you pay money to someone and you want them to be nice.
But here's the crazy thing. The greatest driver of customer satisfaction eventually is the being nice, not the product itself.
We believe if you wake up thankful every day, it's easier to be nice to other people, right? So that's why we're encouraging everyone this month to live their entire life thankful as opposed to one day. Because we know what happens. We're all hustle and bustle in the world to get ready for Thanksgiving. And then the day of Thanksgiving, we actually recite to everyone that's there all the things we're thankful for. And then the next day, people go to Best Buy and they run over each other.
Hopefully we're thankful a little bit on Thanksgiving, and we're not too busy cooking and getting ready for our visitors and so on.
That's right.
Let's be thankful.
Right, just be thankful, right? There's so much to be thankful for. But what advice, past what we just talked about, defect-free, what one piece of advice would you give people in the audience just about being successful in business?
Get into the mind of your customer. What do they really want? In that moment, when you deal with the customer, in that moment, it's not about you anymore. It's all about them. And take it over and put yourself into the mind. What do they really want, and how can I help them to accomplish what they want to accomplish? It doesn't matter if it is a bottle of water or what. Put yourself in their mind, because it's not about you. It's about them.
I just want you to know, we've financed 300,000 customers.
Wow.
300,000. And we have commonly been recognized by the community as the best place to get service.
And the best place to work.
And the best place to work.
I was so excited to read that. Congratulations, that is truly, I don't think there is a higher honor.
Horst, again, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you and how thankful I am for you, for all that you've done, for not only me, but for all the folks that travel with me every day. Hey, Supreme Southeast, let's say thank you to our good friend.
Thank you, Horst.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Let's call our good friend, Doug Duncan, the Chief Economist with Fannie Mae, and tell him thank you for all the help he gave all of us this year.
This is Doug.
Doug Duncan, Pat Flood.
Good morning, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am well, thank you.
Are you in Washington?
I am indeed.
It's an exciting time to be in Washington, I bet.
Some days it's even better to be out of Washington.
I bet. Well, listen, I'm calling because this most personal, professional best is to encourage people that are a part of our program to exchange just living one day of Thanksgiving where we all stop and really do thank all those people in our lives and thank God for all the things that are in our lives. But we're encouraging people to exchange that for a way of Thanksgiving, a life of Thanksgiving, to be thankful every single day because we have so much to be thankful for. And to do that both in your personal life, to not allow the moments to pass by where you don't tell the people that are in your life how much they mean to you. And the same things professionally. And you wound up on a very short list of folks that have really contributed to the work that we're doing here at Personal Professional Best. So on behalf of Supreme Southeast and really all the realtors, hundreds of realtors that are traveling with our program, I wanted to call and tell you thank you for the service that you've provided to all of us this year.
Well, thank you. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to work with you. And I think all the values are in the right place. It is mindful that we are given a day at a time and how to deploy that for best use and be thankful for all the gifts that we have. We're pretty privileged compared to people all around the globe, because there's a lot of discussion about things happening all over the world, and we're really privileged to live a great life here in the United States.
We are, and you know, I think because we're all busy and it's natural to stay focused on maybe what's not working in life, we sometimes lose sight. And so that's really what we're trying to do, is to have people be intentional, because we think it brings the best out of us when we live with a heart of gratitude and a sense of thanksgiving to all of the people in our life every single day. So that's why we wanted to call you. But while we have you, Mr. Doug, I know I only asked for a few minutes this morning. Since we are in the business of housing, can you give us just 2 minutes update on what you're thinking about for 2020?
Yeah, sure. You've seen recently that markets have rallied a little bit on the once again, the hope of a deal on trade. And our sense is that the politics, both on the side of China and the side of the United States, suggest at least an interim deal will be made, so the market is probably not misplaced in bidding in some expectation of a deal which would reduce uncertainty in the market. And you've seen interest rates rally just a little bit on that hope. Now, obviously, if those hopes are dashed, then we will return to a different environment. But our expectation for next year is the economy is doing pretty well. Consumers are doing real well. We expect them to continue that into the first half of next year. No big warning signs of any problems. If rates stay about 1 3/4 on the 10-year Treasury, the mortgage rates will stay roughly where they're at. It'll still be a good market to buy a home if you can find one that's affordable in your price range, which for entry-level borrowers, that will continue to be the challenge. But we see employment growth has been very reasonable, actually stronger than just the amount that would be required to hold the unemployment rate constant. Still people coming off the sidelines, although there's some signs that the number of people remaining on the sidelines is getting smaller, and that suggests that the slowing that we've seen in the growth of employment is mainly that. The Fed has said we're going to take a pause for a little while, see what happens in the market. We've sort of expected that. We have in mind that they're reserving one more rate cut for the first quarter in the event that the trade deal doesn't go through, and the market needs a little bit more cushion against that uncertainty. But it looks like we should finish this year pretty well and go into next year with a little bit less growth. This year looks like it'll be around 2.25% by the time all the data's in. Next year, we think 1.9 to 2%, so a little bit slower, but still a decent year. Slowing in the second half is what we would think.
And so, all things considered, we've got a lot to be thankful for. We have the lowest unemployment in years. We have low interest rates. If you're in the housing industry, you know, it may not be perfect, but life never is. It really is. The environment is pretty solid right now for housing. And I looked at your recent forecast. You have a thought of up just a tick next year in terms of housing sales?
Yeah, we think existing home sales probably up around 1%. New home sales fairly flat. the decline in rates this year helped builders clear their inventory, so they're going to have to build some inventory next year, so sales will be a little lower simply because they don't have the homes to sell. And they're still stressed at trying to find skilled labor to increase production. And also land has got more expensive. So new home sales not growing not quite as much as this year, but existing home sales actually a little better probably.
Well, listen, so thank you so much again for all that you've done. And it sounds to me like for the folks that are in this program, that if they want to do better professionally next year, that this program's perfect for them because they can be intentional in every part of their life, including their professional life. And they can get wisdom from folks like you by being a part of our program so that they can focus on building their business in the best way possible. Doug, we
totally agree.
Yeah, we thank you so much. And we wish you and the Duncan clan just the best this Thanksgiving season, and really for your entire life. We're just we're hoping and praying for the very best for all of you.
Thank you very much, and we're feeling the same and hoping the same for you and your families as well.
Have a great morning, Doug. See you.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Okay, thanks.
I believe in helping out other people, which is how Habitat kind of got started. A coworker, we celebrated her birthday by volunteering. So a few years later, when I saw the opportunity to join Habitat, it was a spark from remembering volunteering, remembering the passion and the fun it was, speaking with the families. And I just look at it as the things that I put out in the universe, they boomerang back to me. As a mom, my number one responsibility is to make sure that my kids are safe, provided for, and in a stable environment. So before that, we moved around a few times, so being here provided the stability that I needed for them to grow and to thrive. This opportunity came in many different lessons. One of them was patience. The process was about 2 years from start to finish, from fixing credit problems to the stability of being at my job, to picking out the lot, and to volunteering for 8 wonderful days here to build my home. I had a great time working with Supreme Lending. I had great conversations during this time. I love the fact that people put extra care into building the home that I plan to stay in for a very long time. It was a great experience. It was great connections, conversations, hobbies learned. The dedication ceremony was amazing. It was not a blur, but it was one of those events to where it was unreal. So still to this day, it is it's amazing to say that I did build my home from the ground up. That was a great experience. So having the people there that supported this vision, that put in their sweat and their tears was great. To get a chance to say my verbal thank yous was amazing. And again, just the love and the support that I felt after we spent our time together. Owning a home is amazing because of the different things that we can do. My kids love to play in the yard. We love playing games together. We love our do-it-yourself crafts. So the activities and the fun of being in your own home are irreplaceable. As this Thanksgiving season approaches, this is our first holiday spending in our very own home. I am grateful that Habitat partnered with Supreme and that you all brought us a place of peace, a place that when we close our doors, this is what we have, this is what we provide, and this is the love that we feel between each other and that we circle around. In closing, I would like to say a very big thank you to Supreme Lending for sponsoring this home for me and my family. To think about the people that are not as fortunate enough to have a place to call home and a place with all of the blessings that flow through building the home from the ground up, through the no interest rate, through the great people that I met along the way.
All right, let's go. We got a really special gal to call now. Somebody in the business world has been massively influential in my life and so many other people's lives. Let's shout at her right now. Move front and center there, Kay Evans.
Hey there.
Hey, I I got 30 seconds. That's all I wanted of your time this morning anyway. But I called Kay really because there have been people, and our program this month is about thanking those people that have been influential in our lives. And I wanted to reach out to you because you entrusted me at one point with your God-given gifts and worked together with me. I got better as a result of it. And then when you left to go build that amazing organization, Keller Williams in the Southeast, you invited me to come with you and be a partner in the Keller Williams, and that enriched myself and hundreds of others that have been traveling with me in business.
All right.
And then this past week, you reminded all of us that success is important, but that significance is even more important. I loved being a part of your inspirational this past Monday. So I just called you to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You are so kind. Listen, I thought that was the best job I could have ever had. I loved every minute there, and I don't know that I'd ever left until we had to, if that had other opportunity hadn't come along. But I value you, your friendship, and everything. So thank you for that, because you impacted my life. So it was great. It's a great mutual thing.
Well, you know what? Just pick up the phone and call anybody today, Kay, that's been impactful in your life. Say thank you, and we'll keep this thing going, all right? I love you, girl.
All right.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pat. Bye-bye.
All right. I've thanked those treasured voices of influence in my life, and now I'm going to thank the folks that I spend most of my life with, Supreme Associates. And the best way to thank them, I thought, is Chick-fil-A. I want to thank you. For making this place everything we hope for. Yeah, because you embody the spirit of Supreme. You really do.
Thank you.
And who are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my wonderful husband, Eric, because he always supports me and challenges me every day to be better than the next day.
Awesome. Hey, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work. Yeah, for being a part of Supreme.
Appreciate it.
Who are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my grandparents because they have always been there for me, and they've always supported me no matter what I did, and always tried to make sure that I was the best I can be no matter what I was doing. So without them, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, I appreciate your confidence in our organization and joining it. Yeah. You've done a great job since you've been here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Who are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my parents. Just being behind me each and every day. If I have problems or anything, they're always right there.
Amen. Awesome stuff. Have a great day. Thank you for all that you do for us.
Thank you for letting us be warm.
Yeah, not only do you do great work, but you're entertaining as well.
I'm a little bit of entertaining, a little bit of everything.
A lot of entertaining.
I'm happy to hear some people.
Who are you thankful for?
I thank you for God. I thank,
Amen.
I thank my mom and my dad, because they're really good role model. I thank you because you inspire me to be best every day and do good to people, and I'm really happy to be here. 7 years here, and keep going.
Keep going, girl.
I'm going to keep me. I'm not
Hey, I want to thank you because you are such an awesome person. You are, and you light the spirit up of this organization every single day with that big smile right there. Who are you thankful for and why?
I'm thankful for Art. And
Art.
just after he had the open heart surgery, and his outlook on life, and how he exercises, and just doesn't take anything for granted.
I love it.
And I did talk to God and say that we haven't had enough time together, and he listened.
You negotiated the deal with God. I love it.
I did.
Good for you. Awesome stuff. What's up?
Good morning.
This weather's familiar.
I love this weather.
Of course you do.
Sweater weather.
You're a Michigan fan.
It gives me the chance to wear a nice sweater. I love it.
Goes with the beers, right? Exactly. Egg white or regular?
Regular.
Okay. David, I appreciate all you do here. I really do. Yeah, yesterday we got celebration back from customers again. Good news on you. I appreciate all your service every day.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Who are you thankful for?
You know, yesterday was Veterans Day, and it was also the anniversary of my grandfather's passing. Not the anniversary, but you know, it was the same day that he passed many years ago. And he was a veteran, served in World War II, and was overseas for many years. And just makes me think of other veterans, and my dad served in during Vietnam as well. So I'm thankful for the veterans and the people who fight for our country and
Me too.
give us the opportunity to enjoy this freedom and enjoy the lives that we live every day. I'm so grateful for that.
Amen, brother. Amen. Thank you for reminding me today. But we've seen a lot of folks so far. And I'll tell you what, I am so grateful, thankful to wake up every single day and to be able to work at the best mortgage banking company in America, the best employer in Atlanta, the best customer service company. Amen. Hey, here we are at SBU Supreme Best University with the best. Yeah, come on now. Anyway, one of the great blessings of my career has been to unlock and unleash young people into a new career. And one of the folks that I've had the blessing to travel with over the last 34 years is Sandra Waterman. And she has not only blessed me, but so many others. So much so that recently we had the Sandra Waterman Carnival in honor for Sandra. And the carnival was very appropriate because it's a little bit what goes on here every day, isn't it?
That is true.
And I'm thankful for her.
Thank you.
Let's call another good buddy of mine right now, okay? And he's a good buddy of all of yours. He runs our program here called Inspiration with Ike. There are a few people on the planet that he doesn't know that he does know. I mean, he knows everybody. And here he is right here.
Hello.
Ike Reichert, how you doing?
What are you doing, Pat Flood?
Hey, about 3 or 4 minutes ago, I talked to the source. And now, folks, I'm on the phone with the resource. My pops is the source, one of those voices of influence in my life. And this guy, I've been known since 1997, and he has been, and I want to tell you, Ike, I'm calling people this morning to thank people in the spirit of Thanksgiving season, to thank people who have poured into my life, and as a result, have made me who I am. And I'm pouring everything and all the blessings that you poured into my life, I'm attempting to pour them out into other people's lives every day. So I want to thank you for being a great coach. I want to thank you for being an amazing listener. Because over the years, as I've gotten to crossroads on people issues and making important decisions that affect the lives of others, you've always been there for me to be a sounding board with wisdom, and I so greatly appreciate that. And more than that, you're an awesome, awesome friend. And you are a great servant to God. And I just thank you for pouring into my life, my friend.
Well, that is so humbling. I'm honored to be your friend. And you know, when you do pour into someone and you see them pour into others at the level that the Lord has blessed you to be in, you know that your investment has been really worthwhile. I just wished I would have taped this so I could have played it back for my wife. Not that she would have believed it, but I still would want her to hear.
Well, you know what, Ike? Listen, I got your bobblehead right here. You're a part of an amazing group of people that have poured into my life. Hey, listen, we got it on tape. We'll send it to Robin, okay?
That sounds like a winner.
All right, brother.
I hope you do have a fabulous day.
You too, man. I love you.
All right, brother.
This month's Personal and Professional Best program is intended to inspire and encourage all of us to exchange a day of Thanksgiving for a life of Thanksgiving. With that inspiration in mind, I called the voices of influence in my personal life. Lisa, my pops, also known as the source. I also called Dr. Ike, also known as the resource, and I thanked them. Professionally, I reached out to Kay Evans, to Horst Schulze, and to Doug Duncan, and I thank them as well. I also thank the associates with the best mortgage banking company in America. I have one more group to thank in my professional life, all of you. You've helped us build, you've helped us grow. Your support has made us better. And I simply wanted to say thank you. We all wanted to say thank you.